Welcome to From the Shed and Head to Head. It has been a little while, but we're back, and from Diecast Racing Down Under, I bring you the fastest of the furious. We have 33 vehicles from the franchise, and we want to find out which one is the fastest. Let's head to the shed and then to the field to see these cars. Yes, we are talking about a very, very famous franchise movie that we are very much aware of, aren't we? Well, it is our challenge to find the fastest of the furious vehicles in a 33-1 challenge of itself. Well, let's head down to the field and see the 33 cars lined up. Yes, and here we have them, the 33 vehicles in question from that Fast and Furious franchise. Well, here they are in all the splendour. Now I know aficionados might go, but there are cars that may be missing from our fleet. Well, at the moment, these are the vehicles that we do have. 33 of them ready to go in a head-to-head battle to find out which is the fastest of the furious vehicles. Without further ado, let's get it underway. Alright, so the first contenders are that Ford Torino there in green going up against that modified Corvette. Let's see which one is fastest. Set and ready for a run. Let's get a result. The flag falls to the Corvette, which means that green Torino has been bumped out of our finalists. Alright, so next up we have the Chevy Fleetline there, stripped down. Everybody remembers that from Cuba, don't they? And going up against it we have what appears to be a red Impala from about 51. Let's see which is quickest. They are set and ready for their run. Let's get a result. It looks like the Fleetline has been bumped. Indeed it has, and the Impala moves forward, so the Fleetline is out of the running. Alright, next up we have a Chevy Nova going up against a McLaren P1. Different movies, but part of the franchise. Alright, they are set and ready for a run. Let's get the result. An unusual result, but the P1 was bumped, and it is the Nova that goes forward. Righto, next up we have the Escort by Ford going up against the Viper V10 there. Let's see which is the quickest. Ready for a flag run. Let's get it. A good flag fall there and a good drag to the flag, but it was the Viper that outdid the Escort. So the Escort unfortunately is bumped. Right, next two contenders, we have the Firebird there from Pontiac going up against that Alfa Romeo. Let's see which is quickest. Right, ready for the flag run. Let's see it. A slowish race, but we do see that the Firebird was bumped and the Alfa has progressed forward. A surprising result there. Righto, next up we have the Mercedes 500 SEL going up against the Chevy Chevelle. Well, that's in primer, the other is in silver, which will be quick. Righto, ready for their run. Let's see it. The Chevy did not make the line. Unfortunately, has been bumped straight up by not getting down the track. So that's a surprising result, and the flag does fall to that Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so the next two contenders we have, there's DB Aston Martin there, possibly a DB6 or such, and it is going up against a Chevy Caprice. Let's see which is the quickest. Ready to roll for the flag. Let's see it. A good tight race there, pretty good. It was the Aston that takes the flag and bumps that Caprice out of the running. Righto, next up it is the Hellcat versus the Hummer. This should be an interesting result. Let's see what happens now. a very slow race, in fact, and very unpredictable, these races. But we do have the Hummer that has finished marginally ahead there of the Hellcat. So the Hellcat, in a surprise result, gets bumped. Righto. And next up we have the Ice Charger versus another of the franchise's modified Chargers. Which of the Chargers will be fastest? Let's get the result. Right, they are set and ready to roll. Let's see it. Slowish race, but it was not the Ice Charger that actually took the flag. It was the other modded Charger instead. So it progresses and the Ice Charger is bumped. Next up we have the Nissan Skyline there, and it is going up against the Di Tommaso Pantera. Right, let's see which of these will be faster. Alright, they are set and ready for the run. Let's see it. Oh, it was the Pantera that took the flag, and that means that in a surprise upset, the Skyline has been bumped out. Righto, next up we have Dom's very famous Charger from that first movie going up against the Ford Escort there in blue in a very noteworthy colour from one of the franchise movies. Let's get a result. Alright, here we go. Let's see it. Whoa, Dom got smashed in an upset round there, and that Ford Escort just really took it to him and thrashed him. So unfortunately Dom's Charger from the first movie gets bumped. Righto, next up we have the Mazda going up against that Chevy Chevelle. Let's see the result. Will it be the Japanese car or American car that takes the flag? Let's get it. Set and ready to roll. Let's see it. Slowish race, but it went to the Chevelle. The Mazda was bumped and the Chevelle has taken the flag. Next up we've got Brian's Supra there in orange, classic car from the first movie, and then some going up against the white BMW M3. Let's see which is fastest. They are set and ready to roll. Let's get the flag. Oh, a surprise upset, and Brian's Supra was beaten. The flag fell fairly to that BMW M3. Brian's car is out of the running. Righto, next we have a Dodge Challenger there in orange going up against another Chevy Chevelle in primer. Well, let's see which is fastest. Righto, so let's get the result, see who takes the flag. Oh, good fast race that one. Nice to see Fast and the Furious actually occurring. The flag did fall to the Chevelle, which means the Dodge has been bumped. Alright, so next up we have the Monte Carlo there going up against the Camaro in orange. And doesn't that look spectacular? It's one of my favourites, I've got to admit. Well, let's see if it can outdo and dust that Monte Carlo. Alright, the cars are set. Let's see the result. No, that Monte Carlo was one fast car, so the Camaro has been bumped and the Monte Carlo takes the flag. Alright, so the last two contenders from the first round of our racing. We have the Buick there going up against the El Camino. Well, let's see which one of these two will dust the other. Alright, ready for the flag run. Let's see it. Oh, it was the Buick that actually did it. The El Camino didn't make it to the end of the track. The Buick gets the flag. Well, it progresses. Alright, so we have the cars that have been bumped from the championship to find the fastest of the Furious. And, well, our contenders continue in this search to find the fastest of them all. Well, let's continue into round two. So we progress to the second rounds and we have the Hummer going up against the Monte Carlo. Let's get a result. Set and ready for their run. Let's see it. Oh yes, the Monte Carlo absolutely smoked the Hummer there, so the Hummer has been bumped. Alright, so we now have the Impala there. I think it's about a 1950-51 Impala going up against the Chevy Nova there as well. Let's see it. Alright, ready to go. Ooh, stewards are actually calling for a rerun and a track swap. They are not served. The flag fell to the correct car in that race, so they have called for a rerun. Well, sometimes the flag falls incorrectly when the race is tight. So, in a rerun and a lane swap, let's see the result. Fairer fight, and the flag did indeed fall to the clear victor. So it is the Impala that beats the Nova, and the Nova has been bumped. Alright, next up we have the Buick going up against the Torino. Which may be fastest? Let's see it. Okay, ready for the flag run. Let's get it. Oh, daylight between first and second there, and the Torino has been well and truly bumped in that race, and the Buick has actually taken the flag. Righto, next contenders, we have the Chevelle there from Chevy up against that BMW. That BMW is pretty quick in the first round. Will it be just as fast? Right, set and ready, let's get it. Ooh, stewards are not having to recall that race. The fight was fair. The flag has marginally fell to the quicker car, and they are happy to confirm that it was the Chevelle that got there, which bumps that M3 out of contention. Alright, we have the Mercedes 500 SEL going up against the Chevy Chevelle SS there in red and black. Well, will the Mercedes have what it takes? Let's see. Ready for the flag run? Let's get the result. Oh, wasn't exactly a fast-paced race, but we can see the flag did fall fairly. Stewards are happy with the result, and the Mercedes has been bumped. Alright, so we now have the Escort going up against that Pantera de Tomaso Pantera. So, well, can the Escort take down that European rival? Right, let's see it. Oh, incredibly good, quick, fast race. Pantera de Tomaso has been bumped though in a fair fight with the Escort. The Escort took it, so it progresses. Alright, next up we have the modded Charger there going up against that Viper V10. Well, it should be an interesting battle. Let's see the result. Set and ready to go for the flag run. Let's get it. Well, the Charger was not as fast as it could have been, I think, and it was a fair fight and fair win to that Viper V10. Alrighty, so the last of the two contenders from the second round, we have the Alfa Romeo there in orange and black going up against a classically British Aston Martin. I think it's a DB5, DB6 version variant. Let's see the result. Alright, ready for the flag, let's see it. Oh, a very good, tight, fast race. No shame in the loss there to the Alfa, but the flag did fall fairly to that Aston Martin. Alright, we do have a wildcard entry that has been placed on the track to go head to head against the Aston, who won its last battle. It is another one of these four Torinos. Well, let's see the result and see which of these two is quickest. Ready for their run, let's get it. A tied hung result. A tied hung result, but we can see the flag has not fallen between them. Interesting result. A re-race and lane swap. Alright, let's see what may happen in this second run. Let's get it. It was the Torino that actually bumped it in a much fairer fight, and that does mean that the Aston has been bumped by the wild car entry. Alright, so now we have the contenders that are moving on from the second round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 8 contenders going into the third round to see who is the fastest of the Furious. Let's get it underway. Alright, so it's round 3 time, and well, it's much anticipation because we are heading towards the finals now. Well, we do have that Monte Carlo going up against the Buick. Which of these will be faster? One has a V8, one had a V6, 3.8 litre turbo. Well, let's get a result. Alright, so ready for the flag run, let's see it. A very fast, good race that you would expect from finalists. Unfortunately, the Buick was taken out in a very fair fight, and the Monte Carlo progresses. Right, the next of the third round contenders, we have that green wild car entry, the Torino, that is going up against the Chevy Chevelle SS there in red and black. Well, let's see who is the fastest. Set and ready to roll, let's get it. Well, the Chevy was no slouch, but it did come second. The Torino advances and the Chevy has been taken out. Alright, we now got the Impala going up against that primed Chevelle. Let's see it. Let's get them down that track. Alright, ready for the flag run. Let's get it. Good fast race, tight race, but it was the Impala that took the flag and has bumped that primed car out of contention altogether. Okay, so the last of the third round contenders we have here, we got the Viper V10 there going up against that Escort in blue and white. Spectacularly stunning paint scheme on that, it must be said. Very much eye-catching. And, well, will it be a smaller car versus a large capacity car that takes it? Let's find out. Set and ready to roll, let's get it. Oh my gosh, the Viper looks like it blew a rod or something. That Escort was incredibly fast down the track and has taken it. Well, folks, a lot of cars have been bumped out of contention in our quest to find the fastest of the Furious. A lot have fallen by the wayside and been beaten by better rivals. Well, who are they? Let's go find out. There are now four left. From these 4, we have to determine which is the fastest of the Furious cars. Well, let's get this battle underway. Alright, so here we are, finalists are ready. We have that Impala there in red going up against that beautiful Escort there in blue and white. Well, it's getting a bit nervous now. What is going to happen? What will actually happen? Well, let's find out which of these two will beat the other. They're set and ready for their roll. Let's get it. Oh, the Chevy has been bumped. The Impala, which has led a good fight, was bumped by that very fast Escort. The next 2 contenders, we have the Ford Torino, the wild car entry that came late to the championship but has been included in the 33 cars. Well, we have it going up against the Monte Carlo. Well, both were fairly fast in their races. The question remains, which of these 2 is quicker than the other? Let's see it. Ready to roll, let's get it. Oh my gosh, that wild car entry certainly is a fast car. The Monte Carlo has been well and truly defeated in that race, and it is as if Daylight came second. Well, that is an amazing result. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a lot of cars took part in this championship today. A lot of vehicles from the Fast and Furious franchise movies. And, well, look how many have fallen by the wayside. Quite a lot, which means we only have two left. 2 contenders to find out which is fastest of the Fast and Furious machines. Well, it is going to be a classic. I think there is no better two contenders now than these two. They have been like rockets down the track. The Escort going up against the Torino. What a fantastic result. Well, without further ado, we need a champion, don't we? I'm praying that it's not a hung or tied result and that we do get a clear victor. Well, let's get them on the track and find out the fastest of the Furious. Alright, so there they are, sitting pretty. Don't they look cool? The green and white paint scheme on the Torino looks pretty amazing. Amazing too that they are both Ford products. One from the UK, the Ford Escort there in the classic old 70s look, late 60s, 70s blue colour going up against the Torino there. Well, a sort of a 1960s design, 60s versus 70s, fastest of the Furious cars. Let's see which one indeed takes the title. Ready for their flag run. Let's see it. Wow, an incredible result. The Torino didn't quite have the mustard that time, and it was the blue Escort that clearly took the flag. Wow, what an amazing result. Absolutely daylight again in that final run, that final race, and the Torino has come second to its Ford counterpart from the United Kingdom, that little Ford Escort. Who would have thought it? The fastest of the Furious is the Ford. In what seemingly seems to reflect a David versus Goliath kind of battle, we have that beautiful little two-door Ford Escort that takes the title as the fastest of the Furious. Well, that is the way it played out in our championship today. Quite an amazing, spectacular result, but a very, very well earned win. Incredible result and awesome racing all around. How good was it? Well, there we have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed our 33-1 finding the fastest of the Fast and the Furious cars. There we have our champion, the little blue Escort. Well, thank you for watching. Hit the like, subscribe button. Always nice to hear from you, having comments, and don't be afraid to put requests through to us. We are in the middle of a move at the moment, so hence some delays in getting some of these videos out to you. Well, you take care, bless you, have an awesome day. See you later.